Okay, so now we're going to try to put this into a concrete example. So we're going to go through Darwin's 5 points of natural selection. Here is the scenario. There are two types of worms. Worms that eat at night that we call nocturnal, and worms that eat during the day that we call diurnal. The birds eat during the day and seem to only be eating the diurnal worms. The nocturnal worms are in their burrows, that means underground, during this time. Each spring, when the worms reproduce, they have about 500 babies, but only 100 of these 500 ever become old enough to reproduce. Right, that's our scenario. Now we're going to check if this scenario meets Darwin's criteria for natural selection. Does it hit all 5 points? So, what worm has nature selected against and for? Nature has selected against the diurnal or daytime worms because the birds are out during the daytime and they're eating them. Nature has selected for the nocturnal worms because they are safe in their burrows away from the predator birds. So, point one, does the population have variation? Yes, there are two varieties, diurnal and nocturnal. So we can check that one off. Are some variations favorable? Yes, we can say the nocturnal variation is favorable because they are in their burrows not getting eaten by birds. Point three, more offspring are produced than survive. Yes, they have about 500 babies, but only 100 of these 500 ever become old enough to reproduce. Therefore, they have plenty of extra for the ones that don't make it. Point number four, those that survive have favorable traits. Yes, the nocturnal worms survive at a high rate due to fewer predators at night. The birds are not hunting at night. And finally, number five, the population changes over time. Yes, the population of worms will become mostly nocturnal. So, by going through these steps, we have shown that the worms are experiencing natural selection because all the top four items we checked off, and therefore number five must be true. The population must change over time because most of the worms will become nocturnal or nighttime worms.